All right, welcome back here at Hialeah Park. You're listening to the Big O Show, and of course, it's brought to you by Murias Dental. For over 30 years, folks, they've been using the latest dental technology to give their patients the smile they've always wanted. Start the year right by calling Eric Murias right now, 305-821-0231, or visit them at muriasdental.com. All right. It is time now for our parlay segment here on at Hialeah Park. Steve Calabro, the casino manager, joins us every week. And you know what? I'm looking forward to next Sunday, not this Sunday. Steve, next Sunday, Bill and I are going to be back here to do the Horse Players Championship or the what's it called? The Handicappers.
The National Horse Players Championship. This is a satellite event. The person that wins this event here goes to Las Vegas.
I love it.
It's the same model as the World Series of Poker, but I want to just clarify a few things with your listeners. Last podcast, I told them, I said, listen, let's go. You should get here around 11 on Sunday, but on that day, I think you should get here around 10 because a lot of guys have called in and they're going to be signing up that day. So signups could be a little crazy from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. And so just letting everybody know, I said 11 o'clock last time. Get here a little earlier. I think it's going to be pretty crowded.
Yeah, but plus, you got great food here, so you can have a little breakfast. You can eat a little something, hang out, maybe get ready for some other wagers across the country. You are here at the Champion Simulcast Center, so plenty of things to do while you're out here. Have un cafecito. You know, there's lots of things to do.
Listen, Big O, it's January 12th. The casino, that's a Sunday. The casino's open 24 hours a day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you want to play poker all night and just wander over from the poker room at around 10 or 11 o'clock, sign up for the handicap. You could do that too.
Zombie your ass over here.
Stumble,
a guy like yourself
bumble.
can probably pull that off. And, I think that's the move. But on a serious note, this is a great handicapping contest. It's not going to be a huge field. It's not like you're going someplace where there's going to be 500 people trying to get this $5,000 prize. It looks like there's going to be maybe about 100 people. So you got maybe it's 80, maybe it's 100, maybe it's 110. We don't know because of the walk-ups, right? But you got like less than a 1 in 100 chance to win $5,000. Somebody's going home with $5,000.
Wow.
And a ticket to Las Vegas, a nice hotel and a suite in Las Vegas, and a chance to win the national championship.
Maybe we should stay, gamble, and then once we lose that, then we go to
Then
St.
we go.
Pete.
Then we go to the East West Shrine.
You mentioned cafecito.
Yes.
So if you gamble all night, you have you just drink some
Legal
cafecitos, a little
cocaine.
caffeine, however way you can get it.
Just get a whole colada, right?
Yeah, the whole colada.
There you go.
Every 15 minutes. You're gonna need that.
That'll keep you wired.
You got any IVs for interest?
Believe me, every 15 minutes is just like an IV. It's like an IV.
Go to HialeahPark.com so you can find out more information. And it's Saturday, January 12th. Come on out here. We're going to be out here ourselves. We'll be probably going on air around 11 a.m. I think is what we'll go to about 1, and then we'll take off. But we're looking forward to being out here and doing some interviews with some folks and talking about the event. And obviously, we'll be we can't show might show a little bit more on camera here than we can in the casino.
Oh yeah, definitely can here.
Yeah,
definitely
here we can.
On this side.
In the casino, they might handcuff me, throw me to the floor, and just drag me out if I'm. Sir, what are you doing with that camera in here?
Surveillance will come down and. Boom, they get you.
They get you, man. They get you. There's cameras everywhere in that place.
Now, Big O, another thing I didn't really mention about the handicapping contest, you can sign up now. I mean, there's already about 50 people already signed up, right? So the smart players, and some are coming from out of town, some are coming from Broward, some from Miami-Dade, and it's a nice little mix right now. So the smart move is to sign up before you get here, so you don't have the craziness, so that you can get settled in. The post times are around 12:30. They'll be betting on Gulfstream, Aqueduct, and Tampa Bay. So these are tracks that are very familiar to the avid horse bettors. So this is a great opportunity, and so I'm telling all my friends, come on out. Hope one of them wins.
And go to HialeahPark.com. Go to the website so you can find out more about the National Horse Players Championship Qualifier coming here to Hialeah Park, which is going to be really, really cool. What a great event it's going to be. I can't wait to come on Sunday to do it just because I want to see the atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to be good. Yo,
These are hardcore guys.
yeah,
you know
these
what I'm
are
saying?
really hardcore guys.
Right, these are
Now
hardcore
we're
guys.
going to split it. So the south end of Champions is going to be where the actual
right
handicapping
so that
contest is,
everybody else can be
and the
gaming.
regular customer will be on the north side. So that south side is going to be some,
Okay.
really hardcore guys. If you look at their program the wrong way, they could probably take a shot at you or something like that.
Yeah,
You try to get my information.
It's like that kid that he thinks you're cheating off his paper.
Exactly. There'll be some of that.
Yeah,
There'll be some of that. We'll have a little extra security. It's going to be fun, though. It's a fun time. It's a fun time.
I like it. So come on out and join us out here on the 12th of January. Last week, I let you guys down. I was I did not have the information.
Big O.
I screwed up badly, bro. Badly.
But basically,
Don't worry
Billy,
about it, man. We're just never going to let you forget it. That's
Billy,
all.
Billy had a winner. I had a winner. He took me to the last play of the game, which was nice.
A win is a win, bro.
Exactly what I said was going to happen.
I had no idea that Houston was going to rest all those guys. I didn't even think about it.
It was like their B team. It was basically their B team. They played pretty good as a B team, to be honest with you, which makes it a little tougher to pick this week. So we can go back to busting on Big O a little later. But I think this week we stay with our parlay, a 3-game parlay pick. That's the team play. That's the Big O team parlay.
Okay.
That's our normal standard pick.
Right.
And I think in addition to that, there's only 4 games. I think we each have an individual selection of all 4 games and see what happens. And we'll make some other wagers. Our big wager will be the three-game parlay. The other minor ones will be what Billy thinks, but Big O thinks what I think.
Okay.
All righty.
Sounds good.
And so there's 4 nice games, a couple of tough ones. Tough ones.
Oh, definitely.
Now I have one. I just have to jump in. My Philadelphia. Can we start from the bottom?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do it.
So Philadelphia and Seattle. It's in Philadelphia.
Yes.
I don't know the last time that you've
Seattle's
been to.
favored by 1.5, right? I think.
Right.
It is.
So now you got the Eagles getting 1.5 points. It opened up at 2.5.
Yes.
So a lot of wagers went right into the Eagle bet. The Link Stadium. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's chaos. It is like treacherous grounds for other teams. So not only does my son, young Stevie Calabro and all the other guys up there in Philly and South Jersey, they all, they'll kill me if I don't pick Philadelphia. I genuinely think Philadelphia's going to win. And I want them to win because I think they got a coaching advantage too. I think they have a home field advantage, and I think they have a coaching advantage.
Really?
And Pete Carroll's a good coach. I think Peterson's better.
Okay.
So I'm loving Philadelphia.
Okay. You're loving Philly. So that's going to be your pick then.
That's my pick.
Okay.
That's my pick.
All right, the over and under is 45.
He's going to be disowned by all the people back home if he doesn't.
If I go, the next time I go home, I'll get beat up. And if I go to South Philly to have a cheesesteak, they'll kill me if I don't pick Philadelphia. But that's true too. But I also, in my heart, feel like they're going to win.
CYA, Steve, always.
It's heart and some CYA.
All right, so the next game is Buffalo and Houston. And right now, Houston is favored by either 2.5 or 3 points, depending on what you got. What do you got there?
2.5. So who do I like?
No, you got 2.5.
2.5.
Right?
Yeah, 2.5.
Okay.
So,
I kind of like Buffalo. I mean, I kind of like Houston in this game because they're home. I don't trust the kid. I can't trust Josh Allen, and I know he can run around and all that good stuff, but I trust Deshaun Watson. He's a playmaker. He's a clutch guy. If I had to lay something here, I would go Houston and lay the 2.5. Bill, you like this game?
I would go the same way just for the big factor. Houston has some semblance of playoff experience, and we all know how that is. Your first year in, you don't do well. Buffalo is basically green. I don't expect much from Buffalo, especially on the road.
I got to tell you, I'm on the exact opposite end. I think Buffalo breaks out here. I think they have a very good team. I think their quarterback is an exceptional quarterback.
Really?
I think he is.
Josh Allen?
I think Josh Allen's. He's got the size. He's got a good arm. I think he's learning.
He doesn't know where that arm is going sometimes.
Well, that may be true, but I think this game he's going to know where it's going.
Okay.
And I think that I don't really, not a big fan of Houston in their they're very erratic. I think, and that has to do with coaching. I think.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the head coach or
that I would agree with.
And I think that they could. I think they could lay an egg here. I really think they could lay an egg.
Oh,
so
they could be all world or the worst team you've ever seen.
You know, I just think Buffalo. Listen, Buffalo's also got a good running game. That kid Singletary is a very good weapon, and so for me, I like Buffalo. I know it's a risky pick. The world's picking Houston, but I like Buffalo in this one, and it's away. I don't like picking away teams in playoffs, but unfortunately, I'm going with that.
Okay. Tennessee is at New England. I can never believe in Ryan Tannehill. So New England,
who didn't know that?
New England is favored by 5. The over and under is 44.5 in this one, and I got to tell you, if anything, I would lay the points. I don't really like this game actually to bet it, but if anything, I would lay the points with New England.
You're going to lay the points, and you think the Pats are?
I don't, but I think Ryan will make a mistake or two, and New England will make him pay for it.
I think
New England's going to put 8 or 9 in the box. They're going to do everything in the world to stop Henry, and they're going to force 17 to beat him, and that's when I think he makes mistakes.
All right, so once again, we're on the other opposite end of the spectrum. I think Tennessee is an interesting matchup with Patriots. First of all, I think the Patriots, I don't care what anybody tells you, their confidence is down. You lose to look, the Dolphins had played their hearts out. They played a great game. They beat them up they beat them in New England. So that has to play some mental games with the Patriots. Not just Brady, everybody in that organization, players most specifically. If you remember, the last time they met was week 10 or something, week 9 or 10, Tennessee won. Okay? I think the coach of Tennessee, Vrabel, he expatriate, he has some, I think he has the recipe. And he knows how to go against the recipe to win the game. I think Tennessee wins. Okay. I think Tennessee outright wins. That's another thing they said. I don't usually like going with the away team. I think those 2 away teams are going to win. Very, very risky pick. What do you think, Billy?
How about you, Bill?
You know, I wish their main receiver wasn't a rookie, and it wasn't Tannehill. And the rookie factor, and it's the Patriots. How can you bet against the Patriots at home?
But wait a second. So I think what you guys are doing, I think you're going with your heart. Because Big O, you've said it a million times. Well, what was your thing about Tannehill? You call him
Tannehill.
Tannehill, right? Tannehill, right? So if you look at the statistics, the highest ranking quarterback as it relates to touchdowns, interceptions, and completion percentage is Tannehill.
Yep.
So now it's only 10 games. He didn't play all 16.
No.
Okay.
Did you watch the games?
I watched not every game, but I saw most of the scores.
There's a mirage involved here.
He has had the most blessed season in the history of football.
Okay.
All his passes are short. They all end up going for 40, 50, 70 yards because the guys are just it's well-designed plays.
Good coach.
And then when he does throw a couple, he's having 4, 5, 6 seconds to find them. Everything's gone just perfect and then he has a running back that can rush for 200 yards a game, which again makes his life a lot easier. He is going to be put in positions this week where he has to elevate, where he failed against Houston and failed against New Orleans the last 2 weeks before this week's game.
Yeah, I hear.
Okay, he lost to Houston 2 weeks ago.
But you don't know which. Houston's like 50-50. A great Houston.
They didn't play last week. They didn't.
No,
They sat everybody. What I'm saying is, but they beat them 3 weeks ago when it counted, and then New Orleans came up and he could have locked them into the playoffs in those 2, and he didn't. So, and again, he got lucky that Houston rested all their guys again. I'm just saying, if you watch the games, I have laughed my ass off because it has been like he is. I mean, it's just like he is gifted this year, what has gone on. And that's why the stats are misleading as hell, man. I'm telling you. They are.
But Big O, we're sitting in a casino.
No, I get it.
Okay, there's a concept. When you're on a roll, you're on a roll. You don't know why. I mean, all of a sudden.
Yeah, but I do know why.
I'm
watching
the cards are
them.
coming your way. All of a sudden, the machine's going your way, right?
Yeah.
So maybe, just maybe, This is Tannehill's
Maybe.
time, and it's still on. It's still flowing in his direction.
I got to see it to believe it, bro.
We'll see. This
I
is
got
gonna
to
be a
see
good
it
one.
to believe
Next week
it.
we're going to come back.
Something that is an interesting stat I saw this morning. Ex-players or coaches going up against Belichick, 15-12. His record's pretty pedestrian. He isn't like Saban beating up on the guys that he goes.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Belichick is 15-12, like 570 or 550.
It's the NFL,
but
man.
the rest of the group, the rest of the NFL, like 800 and something winning percentage. So if you know Belichick, you got a little bit of an advantage.
You got it. You know, you have a piece of the recipe.
Yes.
And he had it for 17 years. If he doesn't know how to play to set up a game plan against Tom Brady, there's nobody in the NFL that does.
Right.
Right. So I just think, and I think Brady is this is a tough, not just Brady, the whole team. You lose that last game, you're supposed to win.
Oh, no, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
this is the game's mental too, in a sense. At that level, at this, for these professionals, you're like, what the hell happened to us? Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the guy. Maybe he's just not as good as I thought, or maybe our receivers are bad, or maybe Edelman is a little more injured than he should be. I'm telling you, it's going to be an interesting game to watch.
If they lose to
and
Tennessee,
I like Brady.
Listen, if they lose to Tennessee, I am all about us Dolphins claiming responsibility for ending the Patriots.
That's a very good
because we went to their place, punched them in the face, took their home field, and left, and then they fell down.
I love that. That said,
Yes.
that said like he's from Chicago or something. That's a very good observation. I'm impressed by that one. I like that. It's our. So now I'm rooting for Tennessee.
We did this.
It's because of us, the Dolphins, that the
Yes.
Patriots lose to the Tennessee.
Yes.
I like it. I like the logic.
All right,
Alrighty.
the final one is New Orleans favored by 7.5 over Minnesota, and the over and under is 49.5 in this game. And New Orleans has not been as dominant as people think at home as they have been in the past.
San Francisco's 48 a couple weeks ago.
I still like New Orleans in this game because I can't trust Kirk Cousins in a big moment overall. My problem is 7.5 is a lot of points to give up, even right now for New Orleans, who's playing well. I have a problem with that one. The over and under might be one that I might lean to.
So this is an interesting game, tough game. 7.5 points, like you said, Big O. This is a lot. That's a lot of points.
A lot of points.
And the experts. If you look at all the experts, they're saying Minnesota's going to lose the game, but it's not going to be. They're going to win the bet by 7.5.
I like that bet. If I'd rather take the points than lay them, that's for sure in this game.
Yeah, for me too. I'm picking Minnesota on this one. Of this. Now the over/under 49.5. That's a lot of points, Big O. Big O. That's like, a ton of touchdowns each. It's just like I think that 49.5 is a tough over/under in terms of the over bet. So make it simple. I'm all about Minnesota only because they're getting 7.5, and I think they've rested. I think Cook's going to be playing this week.
Yeah, the thing is, will he last? How healthy is that shoulder? That's the only thing I don't know about Dalvin.
I think Cook is the key. If Cook is a Cook, grade Cook,
A player, yeah.
Minnesota's got a very good shot.
Yeah,
but if he's not, then
it's going to be.
They're going to need some bad angle by a Saints safety like they did that one game. Assistance.
All right, so let's get the team parlay first. We're going to go Philadelphia plus 1.5, correct?
That's it. That's my pick.
All right, Bill, you got something that you like out of these?
Yeah, I like Seattle getting a point.
I don't know if you can make that wager.
Well, you can do that on your own parlay. So on the team parlay, you got to pick something.
You know what? I'm gonna say let's do the Patriots. What's the line? What are they giving?
The Patriots are giving 5 points.
Giving 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet that Tannehill is gonna kill.
I think
the Tennessee Titans.
Big O, you've had an effect on Billy. The whole Tannehill thing, and I'm not. And look, I'm not a big Tannehill fan. I'm not a Tannehill fan, and I'm actually a Brady fan. I just think time has come. The time has come. That's just, we'll see. I mean, this is what makes it fun. That's why we should have sports betting in Florida, because this is real fun. This is real fun stuff.
It'll get here eventually.
You know
It'll
what?
get here.
You know what? Because you're doing Philly, and I think it's the other way. Give me Tennessee in the points, and then I'll be really happy as a Dolphin fan and it'll end the Patriots' run.
So you got Tennessee +5.
A switch. That was a last-minute switch.
So we're going Philadelphia +1.5, Tennessee +5. Okay. What do I got to do here? I am going to go.
It's not easy.
Wow.
Yeah, those are too tough.
I'm going to go Houston -2.5.
Who didn't know that? Come on, you're too easy to figure out. I want to play poker against you. You're too easy to figure out.
Houston -2.5 is the only one that I can go with.
All right, Big O's there. So, Houston, Tennessee, and the Eagles.
Yes.
I'm going to put the bet in. Now,
my personal one.
The next step is we're going to do something a little different than just now. That's the Big O team parlay bet,
right?
Which we do every week. Now we're going to pick all 4 games. Let's see, little amongst the team.
All 4 games we're going to pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
You give us all 4, and I'll give it, and Billy will give it. Let's see what happens. Separate bets.
All right, go ahead, Billy. You first. Pick all 4.
Obviously, stay with the Tennessee.
Okay.
Give me Seattle.
So
Tennessee, Seattle. It's tough. These 2 games are tough.
These are.
New Orleans is favored by 7.5 over Minnesota.
God. I wish
Houston,
it was if it
2.5 over
was
Buffalo.
5 or 6.
It ain't. It's 7.5. It could go to 8.5. It could go to 8.5.
Exactly. You know what? I'm going to think that Houston can beat them by a field goal, and that'll
Okay, so
that'll cover.
Got Houston.
And you know what? Cook wears out. New Orleans steps up, plays like they did in the beginning of the season, in the middle of the season.
Oh, they win by 7.5. Okay.
Cover this.
All right, so he's
at home.
All righty, going with New Orleans.
Okay.
Big O, what do you think?
Let's see. I'm gonna go with Houston -2.5. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna lay the 5 with New England.
You like New England, right?
I don't really like it, but I got to go with the quarterback I trust over the quarterback I don't trust, even though he looks old. I'm going to go Minnesota +7.5.
Yeah, going with.
Yeah, I think Minnesota's going to win, but I think New Orleans is going to win, but I think Minnesota's going to keep it close. I can't trust Kirk Cousins. I'm going to trust Drew Brees.
Now, what about you? Going to hurt my boys up there? My son's in Philly. My boys, Mariano, Trifoletti, Venuto. Listen, these guys. You got to think about these guys.
I know
it's a tough fan base.
I know, and tell them I love them, but I'm going Seattle -1.5.
Seattle. So much for the boys scaring you.
Yeah, I like Seattle's toughness on the road here. I think they can, and I don't think this is much points to give up because you're going to win by 2 or 3 points.
I wish Philly had a couple wide receivers back.
Yeah, man.
Give me one.
How about a tight end? How about another tight end?
Give me somebody.
And no, Ertz is going to play, but he's got ribs.
I like
and you
Dallas.
know they're going to take some shots at those ribs. He's crazy for playing.
The other tight end's good too.
Goddard.
Goddard's good. Dallas Goddard's good.
That's my guy.
He's good.
I like Dallas, but still, it's just not enough weapons, man. And you're asking, and let me tell you, this kid is elevated, okay? Which, a lot of quarterbacks don't do that. He makes other people better around him, man.
Yeah.
This kid's good, man. He's
good.
played well in a really difficult situation. He's got no receivers.
What's the kid's name that was the quarterback in Houston?
Wentz.
Ward? It's Ward.
Oh, the receiver.
The
Yes.
receiver,
The
yeah,
receiver that was quarterback
Ward,
at Houston.
yes. Greg Ward.
You know
Yeah.
something? He hasn't played bad, but he's the only guy that really Wentz has to throw to.
I like Peterson too. He's a good coach. I think when it comes down to it, think about what I'm saying. Peterson, I think, is that much of a better coach than Pete Carroll. And Pete Carroll's a championship, great coach, been to the Super Bowl, and nothing against Carroll. I just think Peterson's that much better. I really believe in him as a coach. But another point I want to make is when you're picking 4 games, a 4-game parlay is so hard compared
It's
with 3 games.
impossible.
It's very tough. It gets to the point where it's, obviously
You know how much stuff you need to go your way to get a 14 parlay?
you got to get lucky in 2 games and then pick 2 that go the right way. So that being said,
What are you doing?
I'm going the Buffalo Bills. I think it's going to happen.
Okay,
I think
plus 2.5.
I think Tannehill. You're right. He's blessed, and he's going to continue to stay blessed. And
You're
I
gonna
like.
go plus Tennessee 5.
And I'm going with Minnesota. Only same thing. I think
All
New
dogs
Orleans,
so far, plus 7.5.
Yeah, Cousins is going to keep it close.
Oh, you're keeping a dog too because you're going to go Philly too.
And I'm going Philly.
So you're going all dogs.
I'm going with a 4-dog, 4-team parlay.
Rough. All right.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Let's see what happens. This is going to be interesting.
So let me ask you something, just so we can have a little fun, because I do believe this is when we're back after the national championship, correct? Isn't it like Tuesday or Wednesday or something?
No, they're off this week.
Oh, so it's one more week?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so we're okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Good.
next Friday we'll be able to see.
Yeah, we could talk LSU Clemson.
You know what?
So that's right.
In this format, it totally makes sense. You have all these weeks off for the semifinals. We're going to get to the championship.
right.
It's the next week.
It's
No,
the
give them a
13th.
week off.
Yeah, it's the 13th.
It makes sense. If you're going to give them all that time off for the semi, give them 1 week for the championship, right?
Oh, yeah. No, they're getting almost
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's
Dude, it's the 3rd. It's the 13th.
It was
It's 10 days from now.
No. From the Saturday games, it was 16 days
Yeah,
to
that's
the
what I'm saying.
championship.
You give them
Yeah.
2 weeks. So
And it's rightfully so. They gave them a bunch of time off for the semi.
Oh, they're
Give 'em
young.
some-
A week
give
off.
'em some
Bounce
time
back.
off.
Get your ass back on
Hey,
the field.
wait a minute.
Come on, you
All
can't pay
the
millions.
weeks, bro.
All the alum need a couple weeks to collect their money together to go to another game, right?
It's going to be. So next Friday we'll see who's the king
Yes,
here, and to
yes.
see if the Big O 3-team parlay. I'm sure. Listen, if you were to take. Wait a second. Maybe this is maybe a little inappropriate, but so of the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So Billy had the rough week 3 weeks ago.
And 2 weeks ago.
And
I
2 weeks
pushed.
ago.
I pushed.
And pushed 2 weeks
I
ago. Oh,
pushed.
pushed 2 weeks we won.
I didn't lose.
And you had
I
the rough
pushed.
week
This
this
week.
week. So, I don't
So
know.
you're not the weak link.
No, I didn't say anything about that. I didn't say that. I'm just kind of making some observations.
It's what you're saying.
Loud and clear, Steve. We got you.
But listen, that's the worst thing you can say because it's a total setup. Because next week, if my 4-dog pick doesn't work, holy mackerel, it
He's
could be
Manny
rough.
Diaz. He's Manny Diaz. He's let his mouth over.
Could be a rough place to sit here. But anyhow, it's always a pleasure and looking forward to this weekend.
Yes, yes, Steve. Definitely looking forward to it, my brother, and it should be a lot of fun. And the good thing is, it starts tomorrow, which is
Yeah.
nice. Then we get
the
2
whole
on
weekend.
Saturday and 2 on Sunday.
Yeah.
While we're getting these other crappy bowl games out of the way, which we got a couple, but soon. When do you think we're gonna have like a sports betting window in here?
If it was up to me, it would be tomorrow. Okay. It's not up to me. It's up to the people up in Tallahassee. So that tomorrow could be about 3 years from now is my guess. Right now, the over-under is 3 years from this July 1st. That's my bet. I'll make that bet right now.
I'll go with a slight over on that.
Are you
I think
going
it's
to slide
3 to
over?
5.
Yeah, I'm picking 3 years from this coming July 1st. That's
So,
my
I mean,
pick.
we're gonna because
Central and North Florida will figure out a way to screw it up.
what gets
Somehow.
what
That's what
Somehow.
they do. That's what they do.
Okay, what legalizes first, weed or gambling?
I think weed.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
weed does. And they're going to,
Well, it does have medicinal purposes.
Yeah, the whole medicinal thing, and it's, my feeling on the whole weed thing is it's so confusing right now in this country. There's a whole generation of kids from 15 to 30 that think it's legal, but it's really only legal in about a dozen states.
Right, yeah.
So it was up to me, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I wouldn't say this 10 years ago. Let's just make it consistent. Let's get a federal law, make it legal in 50 states.
Tax it. That's
Tax it. We could probably cut into our deficit the whole 9 yards, but because the way it's going on right now, it's just too confusing. It's
Hey,
way too confusing.
You see that stuff that's behind that marble thing there?
It's a lot worse than marijuana.
1,000 times worse than a joint.
Exactly, and cigarettes
and it's
are.
legal. And listen, I don't have a problem with alcohol either. There's not a problem with any of
Moderation.
that. It's all about-
Moderation.
yeah, dude. Just enjoy a drink or two and you're done. Don't enjoy 10.
The thing.
No, I got to 290 because I sat down and had 5 donuts, not one. Just have one, bro.
Yeah.
Don't have 5, and that's it. You know what I mean? You can enjoy yourself. There's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself. Just don't go overboard, bro.
The federal
Go have,
government.
go have a pastel there. Don't have 5.
Exactly. And maybe don't have it, 3 times a day either,
Right,
or,
right.
or every day. Maybe even skip a day here and there.
Right.
But to your original question, in this state of Florida, I think marijuana is sort of more of a trendy thing to possibly get legalized. For some reason, gambling, and sports betting, oh my God, it's so bad. But when you think about it,
Takes
right now,
forever here, man.
right now, there's 11 states that have sports betting legalized and operating. There's another just about 10 states that have passed the law, but they haven't implemented it yet. There's an implementation period.
Yep.
So you're talking about 20 states that did it in the last 2.5 years. This has only been really available for the last 2.5 years. So Florida needs to get on the bandwagon because it's not gonna hurt anybody. You were betting when you were probably in your schoolyard betting on when Billy was in Chicago. I'm sure he
We're
was
all
betting
betting.
a couple bets here and there.
Baseball
betting baseball
cards.
betting
Yes.
whatever. And so
Marbles.
it's been going on for years. Let's just
It just
make
wasn't
it happen.
money, but it was something else when you were a kid.
Yeah. Baseball cards are valuable.
Or
you kidding
marbles,
me?
whatever. There was kids gambled in all kinds
Sure.
of different ways. That it didn't have to be greenback, dude. It was something else
And you might
that
make
you were
your-
gambling.
Your first bet might have been a $10 bet or a $5 bet, and maybe now you make a $50 bet. Big deal. It's not going to hurt anybody. Once again, in moderation. But I hope Florida catches on. I think they will. Unfortunately, I think it's going to take about 3 years. Hopefully, hopefully I'm wrong
think
and it's
so.
2 years. But
I think you're right.
It has nothing to do with us. It's about Central and North Florida.
I think the
They
weed
always find a way-
happens within 3, and then the gambling happens just after that.
Yeah, I think so.
within 5. I think we have.
yeah, I wouldn't bet
Sports
against.
gambling.
Yeah,
Look,
but 5, that's a long way.
No,
biggest-
it's a long.
the
but
biggest
that's
problem-
That's us.
Yeah.
the biggest problem with marijuana, still to this day, the federal government has it still as a class 1 drug.
Well, because-
how retarded is that?
Yeah.
Well, they have to. But
That is
until-
ridiculous.
But they have to make sure that they. Well, that's a state thing too. You can actually declassify it per state. So that's what they are doing in each state. It's already declassified
Yeah, but
here.
then the problem
It's not.
is
It's not that like that here. If you get busted, it's like a fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
In
not even- they don't even arrest
Miami-Dade.
you.
based on
In
amounts.
Miami-Dade
Yeah,
County.
they-
Yeah.
yeah. they don't even
about
arrest
amount-
you.
It's about
Yeah.
amounts. It's about
Yeah.
amounts.
Yeah, well, obviously,
Right.
yeah. But I mean, if they catch you, like back in the day, if they catch you with a couple joints, they take you in. Now they don't do that.
It's a
anymore.
parking
Yeah, it's a
ticket. It's
ticket.
basically a violation.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is.
Same
now.
thing in the city of Philadelphia.
So
It's a parking violation.
They have decriminalized it now, so it isn't a class 1 felony anymore in a lot of states now. But obviously,
The
there's
drug classification.
obviously
with the
there's
feds.
still some states. Hey, listen, we could be in Utah, and then you'd never get it.
or Tennessee or something like that. Tennessee has no gaming whatsoever.
Really?
Nothing.
You would figure bourbon and gaming go together.
Well, I think I might stand corrected. They have no gambling, but I think they just passed a lottery or something like that.
This is
like this past
Tennessee.
couple
This is-
months.
wait a minute,
Tennessee's
wait
a
a
little
minute,
bit
wait a minute,
Bible
but
Belt.
how
I didn't,
Wait,
I
wait.
didn't know they were like full blown like
Bible
Utah
Belt, man.
How can you be
Yeah, but
surprised?
but then again, in Utah you can have 8 wives and you can't smoke a
No,
joint.
but I don't
want 8
Come
wives.
on.
Let me ask you.
I know, but it's still.
I
That's,
love my wife, but I don't want 8 wives.
I love my wife too, but if you have 8 of them, it's way more dangerous for your health than anything else that's out there.
Can't even imagine 8 wives.
Oh, exactly.
How can you not be surprised by anything Tennessee does? Lynchburg, Tennessee, where they make all the Jack Daniels, is a dry county.
Yes, I've
you
heard
can't
that.
even buy a drink in Lynchburg, but
That's
they
true.
produce every drop of Jack Daniels for the world.
that's-
Tell me how that
that's
makes sense.
asinine right
yeah,
there.
that's Tennessee.
That's
Yeah,
an
Tennessee's
oxymoron of an oxymoron, right there. And now you keep saying Tennessee. Now I want to go and jam
right?
the song Tennessee on the way home from. Is it Diggable Planets that sings Tennessee? Is that the one? I think it's Diggable Planets. I'm not exactly sure. Right, anyway, who's the one that sings Mr. Wenzel?
Mr. Wendell,
Wendell-
Arrested Development.
That's it. It's Arrested Development.
Arrested Development.
They're the ones that
Mr.
sing
Wendell.
Tennessee. That's a cool song.
Hey, Billy, before I leave, I have to make mention.
You like it?
You're looking very stylish today.
Thank you, sir.
With the Hialeah Park
Yeah,
poker
There you go.
hat. It's
Yeah, man.
very stylish. People should come to the poker room just to get that hat.
It goes very well with my Korn concert shirt.
I love it. I think I just noticed it, and it's you're looking Looking
Thank
dapper
you,
today.
sir.
Looking
Thank you,
dapper.
Style in the hat. It's a beautiful thing.
All right, guys.
Steve, good luck this
It's
weekend,
a great
my brother.
hat, man. It's a great hat.
I'll try not to screw you up since you're not the weak link.
Well, see, man, I couldn't. That was the worst timing for me to say something like that. This
No,
next
it was
Friday,
the perfect time. It's the
next
facts.
Friday, I could get either. I'm
The
going to
facts are
I'm
that
gonna-
Billy and I screw it all up. So yes, those are
At
the
least
facts.
the last 3 weeks. At least the last 3 weeks.
Well, you know,
This Friday could be
we'll,
rough.
We'll try not to let you down and screw it up again this
Listen,
week.
though, it could be rough this Friday, either for me, or it could be rough for you.
Yes.
It's going to be rough for one of us.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
Unless we win everything.
Right.
Well, I don't know if we can do that. I don't know
See,
if it's
no,
possible. I don't know if
because
it's
we're all on
possible.
opposite-
You're on
we're
opposite sides on the
opposite ends of the
individual
spectrum,
picks, but
yeah,
it's
so.
going to be rough for somebody. But it's all fun, though.
All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side here at Hialeah Park. We're out here for at least about another 25 minutes. We're getting our guest in next.
We're going to get Chris on. Yes.
All right, good. We'll take a quick break really quick. Back with more right here on the Big O Show, live from Hialeah Park. We're headed down the home stretch here. Final segment of the show. Chris from Charlotte Dolphin Club is going to join us now. We're going to have some fun with Chris and the Charlotte Dolphins Club, and we'll talk a little Fins with him. Hopefully, Chris is headed to Las Vegas to join us, and we had Tommy Rockers on, what was it, yesterday or the day before? We had it was yesterday. I think we had Tommy Rockers, right?
Yesterday
That was
while
yesterday.
we were at Toyota of Hollywood.
That's
sir.
right. That's right. We had Tommy Rockers on yesterday, and I think he is going to end up making some reserve situations there for you folks if you're going out to Vegas to join us. So we'll have some fun here.
From what I understand, the planning and idea to staff it properly. You know what I mean?
I got you.
If you got 100 people there, you don't need the staffing for like 300. But if you only have 100 staff and you get 300, you're in trouble.
Mark Angelo says 4-team money line parlay: Bills, Saints, Patriots, Seahawks. That's what he's got. He says, I'm medicated right now, too. Way to go, Mark. Stay medicated, baby. And Myron helped us out with Arrested Development. I love that song, man. Tennessee. That is such. You know that song, Tennessee, from Arrested Development?
Yes, I do.
That is a
Yes.
groovy song. Whatever happened to those people? Whatever happened to Arrested Development? Diggable Planets. Those are some of the groovy bands. Groovy, I don't know what you want to call them, bands, rap bands. I don't know. Because they had all kinds. I know they did a lot of rapping, but they had all kinds of music involved. They were so good, man. Really enjoyed Diggable Planets and especially Arrested Development. Oh, that was excellent, excellent music. Anyway, we are going to talk to Chris from the Charlotte Dolphins Club. Chris and his wife Donna run the club, by the way. They are one of the members. Angel Quinn rides in the DCC and raises $3,000 a year or more for the Dolphins DCC event, which, of course, is fighting cancer. And their club, by the way, is involved with the Fan Club Weekend, and they've got always lots of great things involved. So I'm looking forward to talking to Chris from the Charlotte Dolphins Club. Always love talking to my fellow Dolphins around the world, and that's what I love about this segment that we do every week here on Fridays. We bring forward a Dolphin president of a different Dolphin club, because there's a lot of Dolphin clubs around the world, and so this is pretty much the official program of the Miami Dolphin. I mean, if you're a Dolphin, this is your hardcore show right here. I mean, there is no better show for hardcore Dolphin talk than this one right here. So every week we get to bring on a president from a different Dolphin club. This week we are going to Charlotte, North Carolina, the Charlotte Dolphins Club, and Chris is the president, and he's kind enough to join us now on the program. Chris, are you there, my friend?
Hello, how you doing?
I am doing great, my man. How are things in Charlotte?
Everything is fine in Charlotte. A little rainy today, but it's nice. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, my friend. So, how many do we have in the Charlotte Dolphins Club? How many members?
Right now, well, we have 300 members right now. Any given Sunday, we'll get 100 people in there, fans, depending upon the time of the season. Usually, in the beginning of the season, it's good. If we're doing well, they stick with us. If we don't do so well, they kind of fade. But we have a good crowd.
How was it this year? How was it this year when you knew that there wasn't going to be good? It was going to be a rough season all the way through, although I kind of enjoyed this season, but whatever. But how was it this year for the crowd from beginning to end?
We probably, in the beginning of the season, the first 2-3 games, even though we got blown out, we had 75 to 100.
Wow.
And then it dwindled down to 40, 50. By the end of the season, the last 3-4 games, we had about 20, 25 people.
Okay. All right. That's not too bad, actually, considering, how rough the season was. Although, again, in a twisted way, I really love this season because I believe they're actually – it's funny because, like, a few years back, like when they went 11-5 with the Wildcat, I wasn't that excited because I didn't think they were building on anything because I didn't think the team was special. Now I don't think that the team is special. But I legitimately feel like they're actually going to build something from here on out, actually. I believe they got the right people in place, front office and so forth. So that's why, for me, this was an exciting time because it's starting to build a foundation. Well, for you, what kind of approach did you have to this season?
Coming into it when they did all the trades, I wasn't really sure. I wasn't a big proponent of tanking the season. I think the players need to go out there and try their best and show the coaches what they have so that they can make some good decisions. I was pleased with the way they played. I thought, I thought Fitz was just unbelievable. The man has got so much heart. And I think he lifted these other players to a different level.
Yeah, but let me ask you something. But let me ask you something, Chris. You kind of came to the realization there was no tanking taking place, right? You realize that?
Yeah, there was no tanking.
Okay.
I mean, we had some fans that were kind of upset when we won some games, I think Flores has got to move in the right direction. We need, we need some people on that offensive line that can pass block and can open some holes. I did get a little bit of frustrated with the running game. Inside all the time, inside off right tackle, left tackle, nothing there. I like the way Laird played late in the season. I think he could be a keeper.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The receivers, boy, they're going to have a great core of receivers. These guys can catch the ball. I think Ford showed us a lot the last several games. Williams, before he went down, was awesome.
And Devontae, man, took that
Parker,
step.
Well, that goes without saying. Yeah, he what a great year he had too. I mean, over 1,000. That was just great.
Over 1,200.
So I'm excited.
Let's give him over 1,200. We have to say, not over 1,000.
Yeah, 1,200. Yeah, you're right. But I think. I think we're going to do good. Now we got a chance to have, if things go right, 3 of the top 20 picks during the draft.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah, top 25. Top 25.
Top 25.
We pick 5, 18, and 25. Those are the picks for the Dolphins, and they have 7 in the top 70 actually in the first 3 rounds. So that's pretty damn good right there.
It is, and you know as well as I do. You never know what you're going to get with a draft pick. You can get the best player, and he can break his leg or something. I mean, you just don't know.
Right.
And going back, from what I can remember, I'm from Miami. I'm a transplant from 1960. I've been there since day one. My wife Donna, who actually started the club, was born there. So we've seen everything from day one.
So wait a minute. And, hold on a second. Hold on. You got to backtrack here. Your wife started the fan club, not the man.
My wife is, yes. I think she's the only one that has that is the president of a fan club, a Dolphin fan club.
Wow.
And I'll give you a little background on that. We moved here in 2001, and in July or August at 1, so the season's getting ready to start. So we're looking for a bar to go to. And so we're going bar to bar for the first couple of 2-3 years before we got the ticket. And then, we got the ticket, and actually all of her family transplanted here too. So we're having every Sunday we're having the game at our house, and we've got little parties going on, and
sure.
So it's pretty cool. And then in 2008, she gets a call from one of her best friends in Atlanta, and tell Donna, you got to come over here. They've got a dolphin bar over here. And so we packed up and we went one week. A place called Tony's Restaurant and Bar, and it's a club that Steve Howell runs now.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, Scott Howell. I'm thinking Steve Howell.
Scott Howell. Okay.
Yeah, Scott Howell.
Okay.
So anyway, we loved it, and we went back, 2-3 games a season until we got to 2015, and then the preseason we were playing the Panthers here in Charlotte. Well, they were having a scrimmage with the Dolphins the midweek prior to the game. And so we made up a bunch of flyers. She made flyers up, and we contacted a bar. We went over to this, it was over in Spartanburg. We went over there and to that scrimmage, passed out a zillion flyers, then went to the game that Saturday and passed out more flyers and created the Facebook page, found us a bar, and all of a sudden people started getting interested, and we started with 30, and like I said, it grew to 300, and so it's been great. We really love it. We do raffles each week, and all the money that we get, we donate back to the Dolphin Cancer Challenge, which Angel Cuenca, who's one of our officers in the club itself, does the writing for us. He's ridden the last couple of years, so. It's really been a good thing. We've raised almost $10,000 in the last 4 years for the Cancer Research Challenge. So we're very happy about that.
That is awesome, man. I'm very proud of you and obviously everybody there at the Charlotte Dolphins Club to be able to do that. Chris joining us, of course, from the Charlotte Dolphins Club. That is awesome. So that means your wife is fanatical about the Dolphins. So how much do you guys travel to go see the team? Do you do it every year?
Yeah, well, she does. Unfortunately, we have, we got a bunch of animals, and she doesn't like to put them in a little, put them in some place where we can go away. So I usually end up staying home. I let her. She goes. I don't let her. She just goes, and she goes to the Fan Fest game every year. We are gonna make the trip to Vegas, I think, and play.
Nice.
If they play in Vegas.
Okay, we're going to go out there for that week of that game. How about the draft? Am I going to catch you out in Vegas for the draft? Because we're going to be holding a special broadcast at Tommy Rockers 3 days in a row for all the Dolphin picks.
I've got. Unfortunately, we're not going to be making it to that one. I heard, a couple shows ago, I heard you're out there for a week at a time, which is a nice thing to do. But actually, she and I are not going. But Angel Cuenca and also Daniel Knapp, who are two of our officers, the other two guys that really help us a lot with this every week in and week out, they're going out for sure. And my son, John, and my brother-in-law, Victor, Donna's brother, is going out for the draft. So we're going to be well represented with 4 people.
All right. I like it. So make sure you have them come out to Tommy Rockers to say hi.
Absolutely.
And hang out with us there because we're going to be broadcasting out there for 3 days. All right. I love it, man. What's it called, Chris? When you look at the big picture now, are you happy with Flores? Are you happy with Greer? What do you think about the direction with those guys?
I'm very happy with Flores. I think he's going to, like you say, it's going to take us a couple years to get to where we want to be. But I think, hell, we played the last half of the season, we're 4-4. For a team that wasn't supposed to win but maybe 3 games, I think we did a great job.
Hey, Chris, you keep Chris, you keep shorting us, brother. 5-4 in the last 9 games. We got a winning record, baby.
Okay.
5-4. 5-4. Which you know what, Chris? I can't say enough about Flores. People don't realize. I think there are media members that don't realize it. Plenty of fans around the NFL. For Flores and his staff to go 5-4 with that talent in the NFL, it is amazing, man. It is a great feat.
Yes, it is. It's unbelievable. And I was going to say 1-7. The first half of the season, but you're right. They beat the Jets in that last game. So yeah, 5-4 the last 9 games. Absolutely.
Hell of a finish for our boys, man.
Yeah, it's great. And especially that last game, boy.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Think about it. That's a game they wanted. They needed it badly, and Miami took it away from them. And that's a message that Flores is sending to that guy. Like, yo, I know your tricks, and I'm up to your tricks, and I can do it without any talent. Wait till I get some talent. That's a message that was sent there. And that's why, for me, I tell Dolphin fans all the time, think about where you were mentally in week 3 and where you are right now. It's night and day. Night and
World
day.
of difference. World of difference.
Yeah.
The only thing I couldn't understand in that game, it was a minute 32. We punted back to them, and they got it at the 30 with 3 timeouts, so they don't even try to score. I didn't understand that.
I do, and I talked about this on Monday after the game. The key. Let me tell you something. Belichick knew he was in trouble at that point. He knew that Flores had kind of figured him out, and at that point he goes, you know what? I need to go in and completely revamp everything and try to adjust. I don't want to try anything right now with a minute and something left, and I make a mistake, and I bury this team even deeper into the abyss. I think he really, he's Mr. Aggressive. He will go after you, and he will go after that jugular. The fact that he didn't go after that jugular was pure respect for Flores on the other side. He knew his team did not have an advantage in the next 90 seconds, and that's why he didn't take it. Because Belichick's no dummy. If he has an advantage, he's going to gut you like a fish, dude. He doesn't care. But if he
looks for him everywhere.
Hell yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he does.
I'm telling you, man, Flores scared the crap out of him in that game. I'm telling you. That's why there is no reason for him not to stay aggressive with 90 seconds. That's a lot of time, man. They normally will get down the field for at least a field goal. At least 3 points.
With 3 timeouts left, too.
Yes. Give me a break, dude. When we had Marino with 90 seconds, we could score twice. Not once, twice with Marino.
Yeah, those are the days.
Yeah, I know. I remember there's 30 seconds left, and they're at the 10-yard line. There's plenty of time for Marino. He's got a couple timeouts in 30 seconds. Dude, he'll get down there with boom, 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 and touchdown all the time. I mean, but that's Marino. But that when they didn't go for it, I'm telling you, Chris, that was one of those moments where big time win for the Dolphins there and for Brian Flores. No doubt about it.
It was. Hey, not to change the subject, I did want to give a shout out to Carl Noonan. I wanted to give a shout out to Carl Noonan. About 3-4 weeks ago, he came to the club and spent the first half with us there, signed autographs, told some stories, took pictures with everybody. It was really great. We're good friends with his son, Bart, and Bart talked him into coming down. Originally, Don Nottingham was supposed to join him, but something happened there. He had an accident just a day prior, and he couldn't make it. But that was really nice to have Carl come down and from the 72 team and spend some time with us. So
that's classy, man. That's a special group of men that obviously brought us a lot of joy back in the day. No doubt about that. Hey, Chris, thank you for taking some time. If folks want to join the Charlotte Dolphins Club, what do they do, Chris?
They just go to our website and go to our Facebook page and just say they want to join Charlotte Dolphins Club. That's my wife in the background talking to me. I know it.
And I will and we'll be posting the link to the Charlotte Dolphins Club along with the link for this interview.
That'd be great.
We'll post it all and we'll send it to you and everything, but we'll post it on Twitter and all. So you'll get to see it. Chris, thank you, and Donna. Appreciate what you guys do for the Dolphin Nation, and hope to see you guys, whether it's in Vegas for the draft or Vegas when we stomp the Raiders next year, my friend.
That would be great, and thank you for having us on. We appreciate it.
You got it. You be good. Chris and Donna, thank you very much. From the
All
Charlotte.
right, O.
You got it, baby. You be good out there. Thank you, Donna. Fins up. There you go.
Thank you.
Charlotte
Bye-bye.
Doll Fans Club. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Chris and Donna. How about that, man? That is so cool. I love going around the world and talking to the different Doll fan presidents out there.
Super cool, man. Actually, it really is cool.
Yeah, and for me, I can't wait for obviously the draft party is going to be awesome. I can't wait because it's going to be fun to do the draft party and talk about the draft and talk about the Dolphins and all that. And I've been doing that for 30 years. But I'm a weird host. Can't wait to meet you guys. And I say that because most radio people don't want to meet the people that actually listen to them and support them and all that. I'm a different guy. I make friends with our listeners and kind of build relationships and all that. So I'm a completely different type of talk show host. So I cannot wait personally. And now that we're doing this, obviously, and you guys are listening and downloading, and we have incredible sponsors like Hialeah Park and Craig's Inn Acura and Toyota of Hollywood and West Pines, Vape and Smoke Shop, and you name it. I mean, it goes on and on. Moodius Dental, so many great people that are making this happen for us. But this is also going to give us the flexibility to do things that we can't do on radio, like that Dolphin party out in Vegas, like the next year that we're going to go back to Vegas for the Raiders game. We're going to go to New York for the MetLife takeover and broadcast there with all the Doll fans before the Jet game. All of those kind of things that we have never been able to take part because the radio station's not going to let you.
I was just going to say.
One, they're not going to pay for you to go. They're not going to set you up. They're not going to do any of that. But since we're in charge of everything, we can set it up because it's what we want to do so we can connect with the people that listen to us and support us and support our great sponsors.
There's no corporate clowns to get in the way, man.
No, man, no. This is
nobody gumming up the works here.
The more you guys support, the more you guys download, the more you guys put subscriptions on our YouTube, the more sponsors we have, the more power you're going to have the kind of show you want, with no politics, which is a beautiful thing. I have to worry about that. And that's what you're going to get here, and that's what we strive for. It's what I've done all my life in radio, no matter what, fighting, the people behind the scenes all the time. So I'm not going to stop. This is how I've done things. This is how I'm going to always do. If I got to do fluff radio, I'll just go get a real job. That's all. I know this is like a lot of work, but I still don't ever consider it a real job. You know what I mean? Even though there's no doubt it is. But I don't consider it that way. I feel like I'm blessed to do what I'm doing, connecting with all of you on a daily basis. I have been blessed for 30 years. You know what I mean? It's like we're at Craig's Inn Acura, and a trucker stops to drop off cars.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, the guy goes, "Yo, where you at?" Never seen the guy. Just like he wants to know where I'm at because he misses me on radio. And so we told him about the podcast. Because he didn't know at that moment while he was there, dropping off something. It's just one of those things. And I am super blessed that people have gotten to know us over 30 years. And now they're able to, and there's people every day that are, chiming in like, "Whoa, I found you. Hey, I'm glad to see you. Hey, so it's cool. Spread the word, man. Tell the folks out there that we're on every day, giving you at least 4 hours of programming, sometimes 5, like on Fridays. But spread the word. Appreciate it. Follow us on iTunes and Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, SoundCloud. Search for it at Big O Radio Show. Go to our website, BigORadioshow.com. You can listen to any of the shows there, any of the rants, the interviews, all kinds of stuff there. You can subscribe to all that stuff. And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube page. Make sure you like the YouTube page, thumbs up while you're on it, because that also helps spread the word and all that. So we can get to the 1,000 subscribers that we need in a big-time way to give you better live coverage. So we thank, of course, the Brunetti family out here at Hialeah Park, always making it amazing for us and being great sponsors of our program for many, many years now. Frank Fiore, of course, Steve Calabro, all the amazing people out here at Hialeah Park. Bill, as always, great work by you, my friend.
Great work by you, my brother.
We are just trugging along and being carried by Bill and by John Cassio, so
That's
I appreciate
a lie.
all of you
That's
out
a
there.
lie. O is a big, huge, monstrous part of this.
Maybe I'm fooling a lot of people. But anyway, we thank you for downloading it and supporting it. We love you. Have a fantastic weekend. I'm sure we'll hook up with a little podcast or two along the way over the weekend. No Dolphin, no Canes post-game shows, but who knows? Maybe we'll do something after.
You got 2 days of playoff football. I'm pretty sure you're setting up a podcast.
Yeah, we can come up with some stuff.
Yeah,
I'm sure we will. We'll
sure.
keep you updated. Any breaking news, any new things that come across, we'll have a podcast for it and a reaction for it for you guys. So make sure you keep it locked at Big O Radio Show. Be good out there. Much love.
Have a happy and safe weekend, guys.